Doctor, a lot of people talk about sleep, or maybe even overlook sleep, and how important that is. And as we get older, it seems like we get less and less, and it can be frustrating for a lot of people. What do we need to know about sleep and how to get an optimal amount?
Well, one aspect of sleep that is often overlooked is the fact that sleep is when your body makes growth hormone. So your body does tissue repair at nighttime. So restful, peaceful sleep is very significant. And we have an epidemic of people who are not sleeping. I mean, they have the wrist wraps today and sensitizers that are telling people when and how much restful, peaceful sleep they are or they are not getting. I've read statistics where they have mentioned up to 50% of the people over 50 years old don't have restful, peaceful sleep, or they have a hard time falling asleep. So let's just throw out some examples. You go to bed at 10 o'clock. If you go to bed at 10 o'clock and you wake up at 11 o'clock, an hour later, it's usually a body signal to me your body needs B vitamins, B as in Bravo. Let's say you go to bed at 10 o'clock and you wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and we've talked about this in the past, and you grind your teeth at night. Parasites like to get alive about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's possible you could have a parasite issue. You say, Dr. Bob, what do you mean? So if you eat sushi, wild game, if you happen to be a loving, passionate human being that has a cat at home, you may want to be assessed for parasites. Here's a new movement that I'm seeing going on in America today. People love the juice. Dr. Bob, I juice every day, and I put this and this and this in it. But this is what we're learning. People who juice, and they do more than 8 ounces, and they put everything that I don't promote in there, especially fruit and yogurt, a lot of sweets, they're the ones that come in, they wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because at 3 o'clock in the morning is when their blood sugar drops. I start asking, it's all about me asking them questions. So, hey, Scott, when did you start noticing that you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning? I don't know, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, what happened then? Oh, I got this new blender for Christmas time, and I am so juicing. And it's like, so I learned, and this one individual that I really learned from was doing 16 ounces of juice, including kale, in the morning. And what was happening to him is it was throwing their blood sugar off. So many people are on the rat race of life, and they don't get off of the rat race. What the rat race does to somebody, it creates stress. Stress burns up minerals. Minerals are the spark plugs to your body. This is going to be significant. If you go to bed at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and you're laying there, and you are physically exhausted, you have to use a facility, but you don't even have that energy, but your brain is going 100 miles an hour, chances are you could have high copper. You've seen the copper top batteries? Copper, these individuals' heads are in static electricity. Do you ever drive down the highway and have your radio on an AM station, like whoever does that anymore, but it's a misty rain and you're by high tension wires and you hear the crackling? That is literally going on inside of their brains. They have too much copper. How do we test for that? Well, we have a zinc taste test in our practice. So somebody comes in and we're chit-chatting, and I look at their face, and they have large pores on their face, and they have difficulty going to sleep at night. We do the zinc taste test to them, and they don't taste it. It's a body signal to me they don't have enough zinc, too much copper. They probably are eating too much wheat, too much gluten, too much soy. Wheat and soy and gluten deplete the body of zinc. They also have issues with memory, and a man could have pain on the inside of the heel, all because of lack of zinc. Now, this happens to be an alarm clock. I cover my alarm clock, our room at our house, bedroom, totally dark. There is no lights on at all. And the reason is that a little bit of light could stimulate a part of your brain called the pineal gland that does not allow you to have restful, peaceful sleep. Tryptophan comes from turkey and chicken, helps. If you are an individual that loves to drink coffee, but you can't drink coffee past 2 o'clock in the afternoon because the caffeine keeps you up, it's not the caffeine, it's not the coffee, it's your liver, because your liver can't process the caffeine. Or if you take an energy drink. So if you happen to be one of those individuals, take a step back, look to see how your liver is functioning. Don't exercise before you go to bed, because you're going to have a lot of cortisol. Cortisol is going to keep your body active. Cut back on the computer, come back on television. People need to purge. They need to let their brain rest. Maybe get some herbal tea, sip on it, listen to some quiet music, maybe take a really gentle walk, get the right pillow. Don't have a big pillow, you gotta climb the mountain. Get a nice feather pillow, firm bed and mattress. Sleep is medicine to the bones.